relevant today. And like the Bible says, stand in the way and see and ask for the old path. Where is the good will where your fathers trod, and walk in it, and you find rest for your souls. Learning from those who are ahead of you gives you speed and assurance. So I'm back on you, Joe. While nothing was copied, but a lot of inspiration was secured from those studies, which eventually led to the crafting of our core values, which makes our product very unique. Because they are taught how to be responsible very early. That led us to the founding philosophy, not copied. Something must be done differently to get a different result. And number three, our training model is unique. Our custom-built programs are unique to us. They are original, they are not copied. They came by as we look at the vision and what would it take to deliver this vision? And that's how we came by it. By way of reflection, that's why we are so strong on character development, which happens to be the summary of our custom-built programs. My passion came alive to provide an alternative education in terms of quality that will rescue young men from being thrown into an unknown world and returning as derelicts. It was an experience we had in our family. A close young lady had marital problems. There was a separation between herself and the husband. She went to depression, and that led to some level of insanity. And so we needed to get her across to a psychiatric hospital, but there was no space, no bed space. And I said, what? They said they brought young people in almost every day from abroad who are victims of drug and have lost their senses. So they had no space. That aroused my passion. Can provide an alternative education that will help rescue these young people who are disobedient at home. Now send them to a land, a no man's land. They just get off. I've seen many. And that was not just happening, but because the quality of education was fast dropping. You can only tell when you enter into school, you can't tell when you're out of school because of incessant strikes due to very low or non-funding of education. This is not, nobody wants to stay off of job, but when there's not to work with, how do you work? We had that problem lingering for many years. So our task was, how can we reduce this mass movement that's destroying the destiny of young people without anybody being bothered about it? I didn't have to look too far. We had one of our relations who was running a 4-year course in a university, never failed once, but will not finish until 7 years. Why? On certain school calendar. So when I received the vision to establish a Covenant University, I need to find out how to make it work. If there is nothing of value to add, we have no business getting involved. And that's how it began as I examined institutions like Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Columbia, Caltech, MIT, Stanford, Duke, and Dartmouth. Beyond the history of their founding, I was interested in their biblical roots, finding philosophy, program development, and innovations engaged. This study aimed to find out what has kept them relevant over centuries. And why was that not the case in our country? There was no university that was 100 years old, maybe not even now. From the place where I come from, when a young child behaves wise and discreet in our part of the world, that child is said to have had the tutelage of elders. There is a lot to draw from those who have gone ahead of us and have proofs of doing well. It's not weakness to ask for help when you need one. Young people that are going out, there will only people ahead of you is wisdom to settle down, to understudy their steps in your field of calling, and then develop capacity to deliver your own goal. That's what we did here. What an impact that study has continued to have on the success story of Covenant University. Here is what happened. When I came out of these studies, I said Covenant University will be the new generation Harvard. We had not started. I already caught a vision that something is coming on. So from the onset, there was an understanding that Covenant University was heading to become among the best in the world. And it's happening faster than we thought. No wonder it has been an award-winning university almost since inception. As we all know, we are one of the most subscribed private universities in Nigeria today, to the glory of God.